Hey, what's going on, internet? It's Khalif here for Synergy Source, my blogging project where I like to talk about spirituality, philosophies, things of that sort. I've been going over my quote. I've been making these quote pictures and posting them to Instagram for about 2 years straight now. And to start out my video making process, I'm going over my quote from the day of from last year and revisiting the discussion, seeing if anything's changed in my mind about it, and just talking about it, see what comes of it. So yeah, anyways, today the quote we've got for today is from Martin Luther King, since I'm assuming that January 18th, 2021 was Martin Luther King Day last year. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. So the quote we've got for today from Martin Luther King himself is, "We are not makers of history, we are made by history." And I wrote a few notes just to keep myself on the rail. I don't want to talk too much like I always say in every video, but I don't think there's too much to say about this one. It's almost it's succinct, profound, and simple in its in its delivery. It's pretty clear. So every person is a product of their environment, and their environments are products of history. So everyone's neighborhood, everyone's family, all countries and things of that sort, all products of history. History just being events that passed us by before we got here or just before the present. And so I think that's not a very controversial thing to say, that the reason why your family unit looks the way it looks, the reason why your neighborhood looks the way it looks, the reason why laws, social conventions, everything, the reason why everything is laid out the way it is because of historical events that happened previous. So your family's gonna have, your parents are gonna have certain disciplinary standards based on their own history, their own way that they were raised, the ways that they've traveled through life, go to school, work, all that stuff. So it's their own personal history that determines who they are in the present day, which creates the environment that is creating you. So I mean, yeah, we're very on macro and micro levels, we're made by history. And so we're not makers of history, we are made by history. This kind of refers back to a quote I talked about the other day. Has the universe, as the ocean waves, the universe peoples, we're all a product of the same environment and the same sort of common pool of, I don't want to know if the word resources is right, but we're all part of the same common material. And whenever we do something, we do it as an expression of that, of the whole of that material. So when I do something, it's not just me in and of myself doing something, it's me being influenced, stimulated by the environment I'm a part of. And my is my actions are an expression of that environment through sort of I become like an actor of the whole of the environment of the whole universe and things of that sort whenever I am influenced and stimulated by that environment. So when think about this in the context of Martin Luther King and people that are quote unquote prominent figures in history that make history, it's not necessarily them that's making the history, it's the environment and the circumstances that surround that person that force them, influence them, or convince them either in whatever way to act out in those ways that become historical. So you could always make the argument that it's not the people that changed history, it was those circumstances that forced those people to do what they did that changed history. So things like let's just keep it in the context of Martin Luther King. The pre-civil rights era of America produced people like Martin Luther King. So Martin Luther King himself wasn't someone that made history. It was someone that history made. Like history made him, made him have to march, have to organize, have to study and recognize what are the most prudent and useful means to protest. Like for example, if there was no Gandhi, there's no Martin Luther King. He's very influenced by the nonviolent tactics of I'm losing the phrase right now. Peaceful disobedience, civil disobedience, and things of that sort. and he recognized that the circumstances that he was in called for those tactics. So like I said, the circumstances, the circumstances of your environment, and your environment being a product of history, other people's histories, your history, things of that sort, create the conditions that allow for the proper techniques, proper tactics, and things of that sort that allowed Martin Luther King and other people, his contemporaries, to protest in such a way that was favorable for the public and for people from the outside looking in. But yeah, anyways, I think that's all I wanted to say for today. This is Martin Luther King Day, or was yesterday. So it's nowadays 2022. It's unfortunate that a lot of people are more concerned with holding people to the standards that Martin Luther King personified, embodied, instead of trying to live up to them themselves. But then again, I think that's just kind of because I got caught up in this whole political BS world where everybody's constantly pointing fingers at each other and not trying to be accountable and fix things themselves. So yeah, anyways, it's still a really good, nice day to try to make sure everybody's on the right path and try to veer back onto it if we're getting away from it. So yeah, anyways, I think I'm done rambling about this for today. I appreciate you if you ended up clicking on this. Click around, find something else I did. Like if you feel like it, dislike if you do. Leave a comment, we can talk about it if you want. Yeah, all right, I appreciate you guys. Take care.